Hey everybody, it's Heather and welcome to Mystic Musings. Today is Freaky Friday, so we're going to do a list. So I wanted to do a list on 5 really creepy horror movie set experiences. No particular order, but all, in my opinion, pretty disturbing. So let's get started. First, Jennifer Carpenter in The Exorcism of Emily Rose. She said that the whole time during filming, she would wake up in the middle of the night and her radio would be on. And not only would it be on, but it would be playing that part of the Pearl Jam song that says, "I'm still alive." You know, that "I'm still alive," that one. And like, that in general is super disturbing. Like, if that were to happen even while not filming a movie about being possessed, if that happened, I would be like, no. And I'm like smashing the radio with the hammer. There would be a lot of violence involved. But anyway, yeah. So I hope she's doing okay now, especially because she's engaged to one of my favorite people in the world. So, she better not be carrying around any demons. Moving on. The Omen. I think there was a remake. We're talking about the original. 1976. So, cast and crew alike experienced some pretty bizarre stuff with this one. The executive producer in the film, his name was Mace Newfield, and then actor Gregory Peck were both on planes, two separate times, and both of them were struck by lightning. You can tell me that that's coincidental all you want. That's weird. An animal handler was eaten alive by one of his lions. What? Okay, that's not great. And then one set location was actually bombed by Irish Republican Army. Even after filming stopped, weird stuff kept happening. Special effects artist was in a car accident that decapitated his passenger, much like the way that someone died in the movie. Take that as you will. Next, I feel like I don't have any hair today. It's there, guys. I have hair. I'm just gonna do it like this. Not cute. Not cute. Not cute. The Exorcist, a mysterious studio fire destroyed all the first sets of the McNeil residence and had to be rebuilt. That probably would have been my first sign of like, we shouldn't make this film. It set production back 6 weeks. I feel like the number 6 there is like maybe a little, take that as you will, and could never be explained. A priest was brought in multiple times to bless the set. Clearly didn't have much of an impact. Actor Jack McGowan died of complications from the flu just before the film came out. I think it was literally a week or 2 weeks. It was really, really soon that the film was going to premiere, and he died. 8 other deaths have also been linked to cast and crew involved in this movie. I remember I was probably in middle school, and I came across a documentary on TV about just like the filming of this movie and all the weird stuff that happened and the like creepy experiences that people had, because there's a lot. I mean, there's way more than I could ever fit into just like a brief little blurb about it. But just that documentary scared me so bad that I had to sleep with all the lights on for like a month. A little embarrassing, but it was creepy. If you see it, lights on. Next, the Amityville Horror remake. I wouldn't be surprised that in the original movie weird stuff happened, but as far as this video is concerned, the remake was pretty insane. So weeks before they were going to start filming on the location they were going to start filming on, a dead body washed up on shore, just like a couple miles from the set. Okay. And apparently a lot of crew members began waking up at 3:15 a.m. every night, which is the same time that Ryan Reynolds' character would wake up in the movie because he was hearing weird things. And so to play devil's advocate, pun not intended, I mean, it could have been that, it was just really deep in their subconscious, like 3:15. And so maybe like some part of them was aware of what time it was and was waking up, but it's still creepy. Like that's still pretty weird. And in addition, the real life Kathy Lutz, and if for those of you who don't know, that's who lived in the house when all this was going on, she died while the remake was being filmed. So that could just be a timing thing, but it, because of the movie, because of what it is, weird. Yeah, Kathy, well, obviously she wasn't there. She wasn't the one that died in the house, because that's not what I mean. She was the one that moved in after, I think her husband was George. Am I right there? I think so. Anyway, yeah, because they're the ones that brought the Warrens in later on. Yeah, I think that's right. So anyway, death, creepy things. Yeah. Poltergeist. We all know that this movie did some things that probably brought some really bad juju. I mean, they used cadavers. That's like, don't do that. Don't use real bodies in a movie. Did they teach you nothing in film school? Don't do that. So 4 actors died over the 6-year course that it took to film this series, because it was a trilogy, in case you didn't know. Sets were haunted. Child star Heather O'Rourke died of cardiac and septic shock 4 months before the release of the 3rd installment. So she was like she was young. It's not like she was 40 and having cardiac arrest. Like, she was a child, hence child star. She was the one that went up to the screen and was like, "They're coming." What a doll. And actor Will Sampson, he was in the film. I can't remember who he played. But in real life, he was a Native American shaman. And so he blessed the set, I guess just one time. And then 1 year later, he died of post-operative kidney failure. Just saying. A lot of people believe the whole operation was cursed. Since the movie used those real cadavers, if you were like a dead body, wouldn't you be like kind of pissed off that someone was like, it'd be really cool as if this guy was like coming out of this swampy pool scene? I wouldn't like that. I'd probably be doing all I could to kill some people too. I'm sorry, that's just factual. I'd be really upset. So all in all, if you notice, every single one of these happen on sets of movies about the devil, possession, evil in general. So is it just a coincidence? Maybe. But you have to admit, like, it's pretty weird. And I'm sure some of you will be like, well, obviously if that's what they're filming, they're going to be paranoid. And, maybe it's all in their head, but I think it's pretty strange. I think it would be different if it was sort of like, well, yeah, all the sets were haunted, but it's like almost every one of these involved death on some level, some sort of sickness. It like was sort of weird. Just things that I feel like are a little bit strange. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that any of this stuff has anything to do with evil? What do you think? I want to know. And yeah, so as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you Sunday for a video about Led Zeppelin. I can't wait to see you guys again. Thank you so much. Happy Friday. Bye.